If you're over 50 and you feel behind financially, especially when it comes to retiring, and your retirement account is a little short, and you're quietly panicking, this video is for you. And maybe you don't talk about it out loud. Maybe on the outside you look fine, but internally you're running the numbers in your head and don't feel good. And what I'm describing is myself. It's something that was ignored for years, and I dreaded checking our retirement accounts because I knew that they weren't where they needed to be. And it's not that I did anything wrong. It's just between medical expenses and life and saving for college and paying the bills, right? It's just when you are just overloaded with all this stuff, life just becomes expensive. And the first thing to not pay into is, of course, retirement. So today, what I want to do is talk about why so many smart, capable people over 50 feel behind financially and what you can do to actually move forward without shame and without extra chaos in your life. Because if you're anything like me, you probably have a lot. And of course, before we go any further, I want you to know that if you want to check out a free step-by-step blueprint that I'm using to rebuild my income being 54 years old, you can grab it at any time, and it's linked below this video. And if you are new here, my name is Kim, 54 years old, a mom of 5, grandma to 1, and I've been laid off twice in the last 10 years. And my real wake-up call came when my husband had a heart attack last year. And that moment forced me to stop avoiding the truth. We were short for retirement, and pretending everything was fine wasn't helping. And I'm sharing this openly because I know how isolating financial worry can be at this age. And I want you to hear from someone that's actually walking through it, currently, right now, today. Feeling behind financially after 50 doesn't mean that you failed. Even though, trust me, I myself have regretted so many career decisions and have rethought my life a million times and the decisions that I made. But stop beating yourself up, because the past is the past, and you made the decision that you made based on what was going on at the time. You did the best you could. At least that's what I try to tell myself. But it usually means one of two things. Either the world changed faster than your income model did, or you've relied on systems that stop protecting you. Let's face it, jobs used to equal security. Loyalty used to matter more in the workplace. And pensions used to be normal. That world is completely gone. And so many people blame themselves for that shift. But the truth is, you're not behind because you did something wrong. You're behind because the rules changed. And I feel like they changed so incredibly quick that we didn't have time to adapt. And when people feel financially behind after 50, it's not just about the money. It's about the fear of becoming a burden to the kids, fear of outliving savings, fear of losing independence, and the fear of making the wrong move and not recovering. And that fear often causes one of two reactions. Some people panic and jump into anything that promises speed, while other people freeze and avoid making any decisions at all. And neither response builds stability. What builds stability is called momentum. Small, repeatable actions that don't exhaust you. When you feel behind, urgency feels productive. But panic plans usually backfire because they focus on quick wins, shortcuts, high stress, high risk, right? And this is why a lot of side hustles don't work for most people, because they promise so much, but then when you actually start to implement, it kind of doesn't work out the way it seems, because you're either working another 8 hours on your side hustle on top of your 8-hour full-time job, or you're not given a proper direction. This alone leads to burnout and stress, and oftentimes a lot of wasted time and a lot of wasted money. See, what helps you when you feel behind financially isn't intensity, it's simply direction. You don't need to overhaul your life in literally a night, but you do need to reduce the chaos and build predictability. And when people join side hustles, they're being pulled in so many different directions, and they have to learn this and that. And there's so much that there is to learn that people often become overwhelmed. And when you become overwhelmed to the point of frustration, then people just quit altogether. But here's the thing, when you find a side hustle that starts with one income skill, one audience, one system, you're not hustling everywhere. You're not reinventing who you are. You're just building something that can grow quietly over time using your past experiences. So if you remember anything from this video, please remember this. Feeling behind doesn't mean that you're broken. It just means your old systems just stopped working. If this video hopefully helped you settle your thoughts even just a little, I want to invite you to the next step. I have a free blueprint that I mentioned earlier, and it's linked below this video. It explains the income framework that I'm using step by step to rebuild my income, rebuild my retirement after 50, while working a full-time job, while having kids, while having a grandchild, all having the chaos of life, and without having to sacrifice my family time. If you have 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, you can make this system work for you. So if you love the idea of making just an extra $100 a day, grab your free blueprint and it'll explain everything for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.